Alright, we got paired. Let's do e4. James Wang. China. Joined 1 year ago. Plays the Frenchy French. What's our deal against the Frenchy French? I suppose we go into the fire. I mean, still it could go anywhere from here. Knight here. Exchange. Let's go knight d2. The Tarrasch. Say no to any winners. Knight c3. Get pinned. Possibly. Right, knight f3. I think I'll push. Alright, now it's kind of usually a bigger commitment. Are we gonna be super greedy with the f4 and try to set this up with everybody here? Let's go real greedy with f4. Or set up for more. No, let's go full greed. May try to hold a big center. Maybe I'll do the pawn first. I mean, this is fine too. I probably don't want to take. I'll take. Feel like it's comfortable. I don't know which is more accurate, to be honest. You use this kind of weird moment here. This is a very weak square where black can have a lot of pressure. I mean, usually with this knight here, it can't really. Like it was still here, it could go here and add more pressure. I think now I want to defend with the pawn. Why not? Now we want to go here with the bishop or the knight to defend this. But also we want to put the bishop out here first. But it has the downside that it is gonna lose the control here. So I think here usually white does something else. I think a3 is a move. Aiming for b4 just to deal with this in that way. You also might want to defend this with the bishop here, but of course b2 is a hanging. So maybe we want to play b4 to deal with this nonsense here. This is now still defended by 3, attacked by 3. Alright, c5 of course is possible. It does kind of give the pressure off here. Which is true. We still probably can't go here with them. With a bishop without dropping this guy. How do we go about here though? I don't know, maybe, I mean, I assume as f6 is coming soon. If black wants to play on the king side, I'm not sure they are really well equipped to do so. Maybe the knight is gonna try to sneak there and there. I kind of want to play the queen to c2 just to cover this idiot here. I can't cover it with the rook, of course, because bang, ping if I take back. I mean, of course, I could just leave the bishop here. Like, do I gain much about moving the bishop here? Probably not. So might as well leave it here. Let black do what they wish on this side. I don't think I want to play a4. I could. So let's deal with this side first. Now this is off the book. So I think we are gonna go to this side then. Or just here. And then my question is basically, I'm gonna play g4 or g3. G4 has the downside that maybe it's a little too fast. And black might play some annoying h5, where I know I don't have h3, and if I push, then this side starts to get a little bit locked up for my test. Like, rather I somehow push this all through. I'm gonna start with them. Humble g3. Because I can find a way to. I mean, I guess if he goes forward, I'll just take it. The rook takes, it's a bit vulnerable. You can open things up that way, though. I mean, that's the downside, that I am pushing the... I was gonna castle this way. After this, am I really gonna... Is f6 a thing? I'm not gonna take, of course, and let this guy come here. Cause some troubles. Even though if he takes, then I get this square. Always something. Alrighty. So do we have to care at all about this move here? I'm just gonna move here. This is not a thing, I think. Or taking here is a thing. How do we set these idiots up? Like knight here. Maybe bishop here. Get castled. Play f5. Try to sneak the knight there. Kill them on the bing bang bong. I'm not really familiar with, like, what's the big plan of blacks. I'm not seeing it at the moment, so I can't be afraid of it. No. Unless there's some kind of queen trade. I don't know. Doesn't seem like it. I'm gonna let the knight stick itself there and say, oh, not sure what I'm gonna say about it, but let's say something about it. Like a hoop-de-doo-doo. Hoop-de-doo-doo. I mean, it's a semi-annoying knight there. Here. I mean, I guess I could go here too. It's so weird to have a knight rook there, so I'm gonna go here. Two potential pins, but whatever, man. This is gonna go either here or here. Center is kind of solid. I wanna push there. Okay, now I have a lot of knights on the way, so maybe he could draw the h5 now. Take there in peace, and I still don't think he's gonna have a... I mean, maybe some g6 and fighting against the f5 push. h5. And if I do this, then maybe g6, and this side is completely locked out. And so is this side, basically. And that's a little too locked out for my taste. So I think I'm gonna take, and I mean, technically we could also go here. Oh, h5 takes, rook takes, knight here. Okay, I'm not gonna even think, I'm just gonna move it here and let them do the thinking. They could chop this off, but I don't really know what that would gain them. So, I mean, maybe this is the thing I'm supposed to be worried about. So maybe we should be like moving them thingamabobs out of the way. Knight c3, bishop d7, queen, or bishop here, rook, knight here, or the bishop here. Move the queen away. I think I'm gonna make some room for my things. This stops h5, supports that. I don't know, maybe I wanted to put that there and there, but that started to look somewhat annoying. even though it's not obvious where the knight would even like go. If it takes there, I'll take there. If it takes there, I'll take there. So it's not like even an actual threat, but I think I'm still gonna sidestep to completely stick the queen here out of this. Okay, they have the queen side completely underlocked. Like completely. Oh, should I actually think here for a second about something like bishop takes here. Here. It's my queen. Rook's undefended. But so is the queen. I'll just take their queen. They take my queen. We could take here, I'm up a piece. They could take here, a bit annoying. But it should be fine, right? Should be fine. I mean, of course, like I said, I could keep my queen here. Unless they have something ridiculous like knight a1. But then oh, that's also not defended at all. Maybe the point is to sneak the knight somewhere here, but defends the bishop. Don't really have an outpost here either. Like I'll just say chop chop. So I'm not sure I have to react to this threat yet. But I think I'll still do it though. Unless well, let's see what happens. I was gonna start to get a little worried that this is a threat here. Alright, we'll see. These are all clumping down on this side, so there could be something funny happening there eventually. I think I'm gonna start making things happen here though. I'll get the king into the safety and connect the rooks, and we don't need to have them d3 defended, do we? Probably not. I don't know, I'll go here. This also looked really tempting. h5 is not coming now because we have discovered, so this is not really vulnerable. And it could support there. Also, here could have been a place to put the bishop. d5, future pressure. But I think e6 is gonna be a hard place to hold on. Guess if he can't hold on to the e6 and has to take, then it would be handy to have been already here to put the pressure already on this pawn if it gets weak. But I don't know. Maybe we need to have it here first to kind of force this stuff. Very hard to say. This is now making me really happy that this is here. I mean, we could go instantly f5, but this also looks tempting just to get my king into somewhat of a safe environment. Also have the rook defended, so we don't have to worry about this ever again, even though it's not really been a threat in a while. And I do understand that they did line up their king with my bishop. I do line up my king with their queen. I don't see problems yet, but it's something you should address at some point, like they did instantly with their king. We could go for this guy too. Maybe we'll do, or well, I say and then I try to move f5. Both seem pretty good though. I don't know, maybe I should start with f5. Just because if he defends the f7 and I'll do f5, maybe he has time to hit h6. Even though it's also kind of interesting, like I could start to think about sacking the knight somewhere and then, I don't know, or taking here and then taking here, and it looks interesting. My hope is that these guys are completely on the wrong side of the world. These are kind of like influencing both sides. Alright, so they cover the g5 jump, makes sense. I should probably be a little careful about moving this guy. I could take there and jump there anyways. I don't like, there's so many hits though there. Like, I don't know. It seems like it should be probably smart to move the king away from here. But h1, like, maybe someday h5 happens and will I regret king on h1? Rook here, lined up already. Who even knows? Who even knows my sorrows? Just go for it, boy. Just go for it. Let's claim this is fine. It seems super risky to go for this, but whatever, man. Like, I do open this defense up if he takes, and in advance, then his queen gets hit in a meanwhile, so there's no time to take the knight, which would be undefended if I would actually take back and take here, but he has no time to take it because this also works both ways. Pins my bishop, but also goes that way. So chop chop. I don't know, maybe it was better to go with them bishop anyways. And the knight would be more handy here if it would force him to take. The knight takes. So, still all my instincts say, dude, just move the king away. Why are you standing there in the fire? But greedy person in me is saying that let's go there and do stuff. Not sure where we are going. This bishop is also now pretty irrelevant. I'm gonna let them like start to fight for the f file first. I don't know, this may be a cowardly move, but I'm actually getting worried about something chopping somewhere. Just actually thinking about it. Queen here, knight here. Queen is pinned, takes here. Not understanding this move at all. I mean, maybe it's something like takes and push and bang. Yeah, it's plausible. So let's go here, move one thing off there. I mean, not gonna deny the fact that my pieces are kind of stupid too. If this side is like misaligned, these guys start to get a little bit misaligned too. Maybe I'll go here with the bishop now. Say hello to their king. That's there. If they play g5, I might go here and be happy. He defended a lot of stuff on here, so we could always go rook f1 now too. Also, it's defended with the queen. This guy, I don't know where it's gonna. I guess we could think about somehow like sacking this too. open up here, but I don't really think so. I don't want to open this H file up. Looks bad idea. Looks like a bad idea. I mean, I'm not even sure taking the G pawn is going to be smart. I mean, it's a pawn, I suppose. We also have a bishop pair, which is something that could be relevant at some point. At the moment, this entire thing is completely closed, so bishops are definitely not very good. I mean, just look at them, like hitting wall, hitting wall. These are not good bishops. Right, I'll just double up there, defend my rook. If they go here to defend the rook, I might go here then, hit this second time. Don't need this knight here. Oh, I did line up here again though. It's a bit stupid. But we did at some point defend this once more. So I'm not sure this stuff works yet. Also have some kind of a in-betweeners there. Even though they could not take. It looks borderline. I mean, maybe like in some weird world this thing works. Maybe. I hope not, but maybe. Knight takes, bishop takes, knight takes, pawn takes, c3. We could even think about taking and taking there. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know. I'll go here. If they block with the rook, I'll take there and like misalign their rook. And then maybe fight for this F file. I mean, I guess I could go here too, even though it could end up in a... Oh, I don't want to deal with that. So I'll go with my plan. And then I just wanted the thinking F file. This guy is still completely irrelevant, but maybe at some point. I mean, I don't know. It felt like a good idea to like put the rook in the corner, but it is also still here, so it's kind of like fighting against this. Even though this like looked like a important pawn we could win. Like this could become a relevant bishop fast. And then this guy could also be relevant. And we have the F file. And I don't see what this side is gonna do ever. This looks even less of a threat. Chop thingy. Here maybe. I don't know. I could go in. And I think that's what we're gonna do. All right. So I was thinking knight here. Threaten the g5. I don't need this knight anywhere else. Or g7, sorry, not g5. There's nothing on g5. He has this. But this hangs, so he doesn't have this. If they push the pawn, It is probably possible. It's gonna cause a lot of weak squares around here, where we could go harass this side. Not sure. Seems like it doesn't hold together like takes and go in. G5, chop, chop. How do you defend h6 and e6 at the same time? And if h6 drops, then this comes weak. Even if we win this guys, then we maybe get this in eventually. This has of course still the worrisome future that it might become completely irrelevant. But if I ever get g5 in, instantly played. And these guys are still, like this is defending queen, fine, good for you. But I guess that's, ooh, that is defending the rook, almost. So could they go here? There, I think that might be the move. It's the queen. I'll take rook defense here. Knight defense here. That might be the move. Yeah, that might be the move. Doggone. Now the rook's defended too, so this is even a possibility. Now this is even a possibility. Is it a possibility we actually have to be a little worried about? Like I'm worried enough that I'll trade the queens. Maybe chop the rook in. I think I'll get my rook in, because we are kind of infiltrating here. Hit the knight. And maybe we could go for this anyway. Also g5 looks pretty tempting too. Trying to open the bishops up. Assume they have to do this, because if they try to block, I'll just chop, chop, chop. So this seems like the move. Of course, this is also technically maybe possible, but probably not, since I can chop and chop. Rook would be pretty overloaded here. This bishop is nicely dominating this knight, so it's gonna take him a while to get relevant. Ooh. Well, we can still chop here, right? Because now the rook's overloaded here. I think I'll do it. There, there. I did like the knight a lot, though, but pawn is a pawn. Pawn is a pawn. We're on h5, h6 too. So they probably have to defend the knight, and then I'll take here. And then suddenly g-pawn becomes a big problem for Team Black. Yeah, it's just collapsing. And then this is also, if I move the g5 forward after this, this is instantly. So yeah, I think it's a bit early, but probably justified. Oh, +5. Yeah, it's completely justified. But yeah, it's starting to look like if you defend here, I'll just take here, tempo. Rook goes here, tempo. I don't know, maybe you go here and apparently this also wins. Lose all your pieces but get a queen. Hooray. But yeah, it is collapsing, you can kind of see. So in the end, the bishop pair that looked like it's completely locked down did work out well. That was actually a pretty nice game. Even though I'm not that all familiar with the c5 lines at all. But the downside, of course, is that the c5 here Oh, sorry. Let's make the full analysis part so you can see. So like I said, the downside of course of the c5 push here, it does lock this side up. Your king can go there and you're not gonna face attack on this side. But since you give up all the pressure here, which you build up for a while, white gets a kind of free hand on this side here. Which usually is like the old saying of you're supposed to do a central attack against the flank attack, which of course after this is never gonna work out. Of course there's some f6 stuff here, but white can pretty much ignore it. And also he can maybe take and cause some more weaknesses, but probably shouldn't. G file open unless e6 comes really weak. Alright, computer would do the h5, which I did mention. I was gonna take it to keep things open. I was a little worried about some kind of setup like this. Trying to like lock things out here. Computer says no, you just go here, play h5 and then you can do f5 and black can't keep the control on this side. Yeah, seems logical. Alright, so here, 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 here. Yeah, I was not sure like what's the big deal in the end. Like even if I ignore it, I was not really sure. But this did had like threaten. I did go out of the way anyways, but I was not really sure what should I. But yeah, probably for the better anyways. Alright, computer wants to instantly push through here. Makes sense. I wanted to do a little slower rush. Agrees with the castles, but yeah. I think it just wants to do some kind of stuff here to slow my attack a little bit down. I mean, this also did make sense though, but f5 works. Here I was not sure how my thing worked. Okay, yeah, computer says no. Knight h5, I didn't think about that. Not sure what that does. g6. Knight f4 looks a little bit weird. Guess we put pressure here. A lot of pressure. You didn't even bother defending it. How would you defend it? Like knight here. Why did the f6 pop up there at the top? Looks insane. g5. Bishop here. Queen g2. Are we going here? Oh, we put them in the nice order here. Let's say go here. No. Maybe you're fine. Okay, computer didn't really want to do it that way. Knight h2. I don't know, maybe we are going somewhere, not sure where. Now it wants to go back here. Meh. Alright, okay, whatever, man. You stick the knight somewhere there. Black still has nothing going on this side. We can keep on hitting things that are weak like this, or try to go there or there, or double like I did in the game. Pretty bad looking stuff here. Yeah, I was thinking actually, should I have gone bishop here? Does computer say no? Oh, then I allow this nonsense to work. And apparently that's really good too. Yeah, this stuff was scary though. Because there is knight takes f3. Queen is pinned, so I can't take. Bing, bang, bong. This I did see. So apparently you're supposed to do this and then be completely fine still, but gives away a lot of advantage, apparently. So it's good to keep this here, and if he takes and takes, and takes and takes and takes, I don't have to go here and allow this nonsense. I can go here, which to be honest I did not see in advance. Queen is hanging, and that is a bit of a problem. And if I, yeah. So we went that way, bang, bang, bang. That was fine. Now I'm out of this nonsense here. That does nothing. I mean, maybe it does like line up here, but not really. Rook in, bishop here. Double up was fine, fine, fine. Okay, computer would take here for some reason. Queen c2. I don't know. I like my solution. Get in anyways. Okay, that is fine. It's apparently taking and getting in instantly, and knight h5 or instant g5. It's both winning. Probably pretty similar to the game. Job. Oh, why didn't I even see that this is a possibility? Maybe I was like a little too worried about this, because this would now defend this, so this, I did see that time, so I was a little worried about this pawn, but this defends that. Because here I started to look at this and that and that. Guess I could always play king g2 too. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't see that hanging, because I did come attack it, but somehow like you hit my queen, but don't defend this, and then I'm like, well, yeah, overloaded rook. A problem. Yeah, this is just gonna like collapse. I'm up 2 pawns, connected past pawns. This guy is still not doing anything here, and yeah, it is hopeless. Well, that was a fun game. Apparently I did one inaccuracy. Knight g5. Should have done g5. One mistake. Queen f2. Should have done g5. So apparently g5 is always the right move. And one blunder. Did e6. Well, g5 is not legal here, so probably didn't need to do that. That gives all my advantage away for one move, because of the knight bd4 tactic here. Bang. 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 What is the tactic? Those two I take away. Takes here. Takes here. Is this like is this the point? Or this? Tempo? Black has... They only have one freaking pawn. 2 pawns. 2 pawns for a piece. But is this like so valuable? I'm just gonna know this was not apparently the thing. What am I missing here? F takes E. And this is super good for black because of... Oh, I see my bishop is trapped here. I'm threatening h6. And apparently I have no good moves, like this still allows this funny tactic here. Take the bishop. Like trying to prepare for the bishop to drop back. And I can't move, of course, the queen away from there. Without some bad times. I mean, to be honest, we can't even move it to a square that we don't instantly drop it to some tactic. Double check. Horrible. That is funny. So here, even though it's our move, we can't do anything. If I go here, the queen is no longer defended. Now why is this not working? D4. Bishop C2, disgusting. D3, pretty annoying. Okay. Fine. So, well, it's not easy to see that it works here. Not because of something, but because of like you're supposed to do this kind of a quiet move here. My bishop is in a huge trouble. Huge troubles. And if I make room for the bishop like knight here, do we run into... What do we run into? Oh, yeah, the queen gets undefended. Okay, h8 here, d4, queen d2, d3, queen e, king e1, bishop c2. Apparently takes here, comes here or dies. No, apparently we can't come there. In betweener. It's leaving this hanging here. So if they take, somehow now we're winning because of chop, 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 and this is not going anywhere. Fine enough. Queen a5 check. King runs away and this is not gonna decide the game. Apparently this is mate in 16. Whatever, man. Alright, rest of it was fine. Fun game. Thanks for watching and until next time.